Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome once again to another live stream. My name is Great Eagle. I'm a real world A320 captain bringing my love for aviation and flight simming to all you beautiful people out there. How is everyone doing tonight? Welcome to part 2 of our stream. If you were here for part 1, you saw a very spicy approach and landing. I did go back and review some of the replay. I think my touchdown was like minus 650 feet per minute. So, yeah, not the smoothest landing. Let's see if I can get a little bit of redemption this time on the way back to Denver. We're here on the ground in Aspen. We'll be taking the United A319 back over into Denver. Let's go ahead and hop on to the flight deck. As you can see, I have most things set up here. I don't know why this is not initializing. I have no clue. Let's see. Well, let's go ahead and bypass that. T-minus 22 minutes, mass and balance, load aircraft, 27 minutes to load the aircraft. Nah, we won't do that. We'll just go ahead and do an instant load if that's what the case is going to be. It doesn't take 27 minutes to load an A319. Come on now. Alrighty. Let's see. I don't know why the standby refuses to uh, do the thing. Can I reset it? Nope. Okay. We're going to turn you off, and then we're going to turn you back on. See how that goes. You're just not going to do anything. I will make you turn you into an old school gyro here. Don't you do that airline modifiable? Nope. Where is it gonna be? Is it airline modifiable stuff? Unix, yeah, cabin, nope. Controls. No. EFIS independence. It says units? Nope. Alright, callouts? Nope. Airframe. There we go. Yeah. Alright. Turn you back. Let's see. Nope. Nothing? I will switch you to analog and keep you there. I do not know why you're not going to do that. This is supposed to be a quick turn, sir. A quick turn. Alrighty. You gonna do it? Nope. Okay. Cool. Well, we'll just do that and call it a day. So, since we are doing just a quick turnaround here, we got the APU already up and going. IRS is already in align mode. We don't have to worry about any of the other things. We kept the airplane, so we don't really have to worry about doing any of the origination flow stuff. All we gotta do is come down here, request our flight plan. See if I can pull the weather there. Ooh. Ooh, who is online? We have a VetSim. Oh, no, that's Denver. Airports. Is Denver online? I think Denver Tower is online. Let's see what we got in terms of Aspen weather. Yeah, no one's online. So, pilotage, of course, they're departing runway 33. 3504. Excellent. Okay, so that is going to work out perfectly fine. So we're going to go back as United Airlines, flight 3318. Alrighty, we will be using a cost index today from SimBrief of 27. Be cruising along at an altitude of 21,000 feet. And it is once again 17 degrees warmer. So we will go 7 there. There we go. The current temperature is 26 degrees here in Aspen. Very nice summer day. There we go. We have no alternate. Let's go over to our second page here. Let's look at a zero fuel weight of 122.5. And we'll call it 30.0 for now on the CG until we actually are loaded up and ready to go. We're playing on 13.0 for our block fuel, and we do not need a route reserve. We'll zero that out. There's no alternate for the flight plan. We will depart runway 33. It's going to be on the Pickens 5. Is what Pickens 5, something like that. And we'll go ahead and insert that. We'll take it out the Lindsay, then Idane. From Idane, the JNet. And then I think JNet's the transition on our arrival here. For now, let's plan on 16 right. I'm going to go ahead and hook up the RNAV. The RNAV Zulu to 16 right. And if we get 16 left, we'll just change it. So the RNAV, yeah, it should be the Zulu approach. To 16 right. If they change it to 16 left, 16 left it is. But for right now, we'll plan on 16 right. That's the Yankee. I want the Zulu. There's the Zulu, RNAV Zulu, 16 right. We're going to be coming in on the Ski 3 arrival. There we go. Ski 3. And our transition is JNet. There we go. We'll go ahead and put that in there. Approach vias. Well, let's just see. What should our approach via be? It should be Cliff. We'll go ahead and put Cliff in there. That way everything should connect on up there. Yeah, okay. Sweet deal. So that connects on up quite beautifully there. So if we look at our SID, actually let's go ahead and put in our performance data here. Again, straight from SimBrief. So it's going to be a flaps 1 takeoff again. We're going to be doing 125, 129, and 131. It'll be a flaps 1, we'll call it up 0.0, how about that? And we'll be doing a flex of 41, excellent. Next phase here in the descent, we want to do 290 knots, excellent. And our secondary flight plan, we'll copy on over our active flight plan, alrighty. So if we zoom out just a little bit there, we can go ahead and review our route on out of here. We'll go to plan mode, 10-mile range. We'll proceed right straight on out, essentially, to Boyette at or above 90,400 and a maximum of 210 knots that's in there. Then we'll proceed on course to Lindsay. From there, we'll go direct to Idane. And from Idane, we'll go direct to JNet. Is Idane a flyover? No. We go direct to JNet, or Janet, at or below flight level 260. So I'll bring up the arrival there. So we get Janet at or below flight level 260. That shouldn't be a problem, as we will only be at flight level 210. So then we have Hammock, then Ski between 22 and flight level 200, that's good. Bridgie, Big D, there we go. I guess Big D for Denver. Between 21 and 17,000 feet, 250 knots, that looks good. And from there we'll proceed to Telluride, there we go. That's going to be between 17 and 15. We'll go to Epic. Epic is between 13 and 15, 240 knots. Road Devil, I guess is what you would call that one. And then we got Cliff. Cliff is going to transition us right onto the RNAV to runway 16 right. So we got Cliff, Helby. We get 10,000 feet between those two. Helby, 7,000 feet all the way around to A Pass. then APAS, we'll go straight on into runway 16 right. Should be nice and easy for us to get into there. Excellent. The total distance should be 172 miles, 168 in the box. That looks good there. So we'll taxi out to runway 33. It's pretty easy. We'll just push back, go tail north, and then taxi southbound all the way down to the end. Plan on that flaps 1 flex. Standard reject considerations. If we do lose one and go airborne, we'll proceed out to Boyette and then out to Lindsay. That'll take us down the valley there and keep us clear of any terrain. And we'll come up with a game plan from there more than likely. Once we get out past Lindsay, we can continue up the valley and go out past Rifle. Once we're out past Rifle, we have a pretty big open area there. So you can see that will be the game plan. So Lindsay takes us out to here, and then from there we'll go up around the valley past Rifle. Once we're out of there, then we get Grand Junction. Nice open area there with pretty decently lengthed runway. So that could be our emergency plan there. Otherwise, we'll continue on out and around, climb up over the mountains, hit Janet, and come back down. We've reviewed both the departure and arrival, so that's good. We are all set to go there. Questions, comments, or concerns? No, says our first officer. Alrighty. Hello, Max Reeson. How are you doing this evening? Glad you could catch a second stream. Hopefully this one will be a little bit better than the first one. Let's see. Let's go ahead and board on up here. We'll load aircraft. Do it instantaneously. Thank you very much. We can go ahead and dismiss this. I hope you close the doors for reals this time, airplane. I don't want to have to go in the MCDU to close the doors. Ready, we'll get the beacon light going on. Oh, I forgot the before start flow. There we go. The IRs are aligned. We get the ground control on. Terrain on ND is on. The parking brake is on and has been checked. My ACP, RMP, and my position. Let's see, bring this back up. We're looking at 3913.3. We got 3913.2. That looks good. And we have 10652.1, 10651.9. Good enough for me. There we go. Flippy floppy you like that. The ND, look at all that mountain around there. We got on the PFD V1, V2, alt nav blue, flight directors 1 and 2, oxygen. We checked it on the first flight, don't need to check it again. Excellent. Still got a rear cabin door open back there. Let's go ahead and get you closed up. There we go. And I can remove the cones and shocks from there. Hopefully it will actually push us back. Let's see. All the doors are closed and armed. That's good. We can go ahead and close you up. And let's go ahead and get a before start checklist. Go and recorder ground control. That's on. AML and flight forms on board reviewed. It's going to be aircraft 889. Fuel quantity, we were planning on 13.0. We have 13.0. Takeoff performance. We're going to rate it off this display. Got 125. Over here we got 128 and a V2 of 131. Reflection 41. Oxygen's checked. Seatbelt sign is on. ECAM checked. Nope, that's not checked. We got to make sure we get our fuel. The pumps are on. Tanks are balanced. Hydraulics all are good. Pressurization is an auto. And that looks like the correct landing elevation. And we have enough engine oil. So ECAM checked, park brake is on and checked, MCDU is set, altimeters currently showing 3040 there, so I'll go ahead and reset the altimeters. We need 3040 set once, set twice, and 1029 is what it is, so we'll do 1029, there we go, on EU. And departure briefing is review the before start checklist is complete. Let's go ahead and dial in flight level 210. We'll go straight on up to that since we have no ATC online. I do have an auto ATC here though, so let's see what we have. 5107. So I will clear you out. 5107. Turn you on. You just go to all. Excellent. There we go. I don't think anyone's online. It's just me for now. I think Denver Tower is online. That's about the only one that's online. So we'll get to do literally whatever we want to do there. I don't think Aspen has a CTAF. Let me do that. CTAF. Aspen. Oh, they do. 1885. Alrighty. Interesting. So we'll go 1885 for our CTAF. And let me get back to the chat real quick. Your info just finished the walk around. Sweet deal. Sorry I didn't lock him out. Did he see any tail strikes back there? Sorry it took so long. Bumped into chatty baggage handler. You know, I've caught myself talking it up with the baggage handler once or twice on a walk around. I wonder who was the guy who named that waypoint. Which one, Lindsay or I mean, you have a decent amount here. You got Lindsay, you got Boyette, Lindsay, Ideen, let's see, Janet, Big D. Oh, you made me say it, didn't you? You made me say Big D. Alrighty. Um, John Matrix, hello, sir. Welcome back. Welcome back. Glad you could catch the second stream. Appreciate you tuning in. And hopefully, like I said, I can give you a better landing on this one. Why do we have these ACAR screens? You mean these screens down here? Uh, Max Racing, can you remove those? When would you hit the high altitude button to land that specific? So I'm not. Even though our airplane has this button, like we we never go to a place that we actually needed. Like that's for like keto. Like if you're going to keto, you definitely hit that. But like otherwise, there's no reason to hit that button. Um. So yeah, that's really I don't know what the specific field elevation is, but like that's one of the airports like and if you didn't know about it, then like you'd be reading the company pages on the way down and it would advise you to hit that button. So that's why like you kind of review like ops pages and stuff like that. It's one of those airports that has a special qualification. So like I'm not qualified to go there, so I just won't go there. That button This button does not exist to me. I do not care about it. I'd never use it. I don't think I will ever use it. It's just one of those things. Alrighty. And you mean these? I think they're called CDCU displays. Um, this is here for CPDLC. It's unlike the Boeings where CPDLC is in the box. Airbus doesn't have it. It's like a separate screen for some reason. So that's what that is. Don't really use it because one, if you're flying online, at least in the U.S., depending on the time of day, there's just no one online. One and two, even in reality, there's not like they're slowly rolling this out in the U.S. It's not like as nearly universal as it is in Europe or other parts of the world where like everything's CPDLC. We're just now barely getting it rolled out here. So let's go into our received messages preliminary load sheet. We will accept that and go to our final load sheet. Accept that. Let's look and see. We got 122.6. That's close enough. And what is our CG? 31.0 and 29 point. Okay, so 31 point. I was really close. I'm not even gonna change that. I was so close. I'm not even gonna change that. And then our takeoff CG is gonna be 29.6%, which is like point 0.2, 0.3 nose down. So I'll go in here. We'll go down the 0.3. Put you in. There we go. Excellent. Let's go ahead and get this pushback started. Shall we get the beacon light on? Flight deck to ground. Go ahead, flight deck. Alrighty. Brakes are released. We're cleared to push tail north. Alrighty, so we'll push tail north. Let's go backwards. Oh, it is going to do it. Oh, sweet deal. It brought it right on up. Excellent. Rivers. Love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. There we go. Beautiful evening out here in the Denver area. That RJ did not park all the way on the ramp. Come on, man. What are you doing, RJ? Let's go ahead and start engine number 1. Alright, ground to flight deck. Go ahead, ground to brakes. Brakes set clear, disconnect the interphone. Have a great day. Area being clear, disconnecting the interphone. Have a safe flight. Alrighty, we'll go ahead and bump the push back. There we go. Look at there, look at there, look at there. Chat, I really hope you guys have like a super solid internet connection, because this looks just amazing in 4K. If you guys didn't know, I do stream in 4K. It's the only way I can play this simulator. I can't play in anything less than 4K. I literally can't. Like, what is even the point if you can't play in 4K and just like witness the beauty that is? Oh wow, I didn't even know if that was running. It looked like it's like not spinning at all. Flawed animation? I don't know. Let's go inside and check. Nope, it's running. Alright, sweet deal. Flaps 1. Get you out of the way. Armrests are useless in this game. Alrighty. Turn you off. Turn you off. Drop the lights, and we'll get the taxi light going. And lastly, I don't need the engine page. We'll do a status that's normal after start checklist. Engine anti-ice, we don't need. The status is checked, and the rudder trim is 0. After start checklist is complete, we'll go ahead and just get our flight controls out of the way now. Full up, full down, neutral, full left, full right, neutral, full left, full right, neutral. Go ahead and turn you back on. We'll hit our auto brakes up to max. We'll go. Actually, no, that should be up, shouldn't it? Because 29% is up, 0.2 or 3. Alrighty. Then we'll call that up. Sorry, up 0.3. There that goes. Alright, sweet deal. We'll turn the predictive wind shear on. We go ahead and do a test there. We're just waiting on the cabin, and we can run the before takeoff checklist. Flaps is one planned and one indicated. Takeoff date and speeds checked. The weight is 135.4. We were planning on 137.3, so that's good there. Stab trim 29.8% or 29.6%, sorry about that, and we're showing 29.6%. Flight controls check. Decam memo. Takeoff cabin blue before takeoff checklist is to the line. Alright. Everyone ready except the cabin. Let's go ahead and release the parking brake. We are clear on the left. There's nothing off to our right. Aspen traffic. United 3318. Taxiing to runway 33 via Alpha. Aspen traffic. There we go. I really hope that came through. I think that came through. I think. Let's see. It does not want to move this time. Alrighty. That's quite alright. We'll bump up the power just a little bit. Get some breakaway thrust going. There we go. As you can see, you see why you don't want to depart runway 15. I removed the chocks, didn't I? Yeah, the chocks are gone. Slowly she creeps. There we go. Well, that's, it could be the altitude, too. I'm not used to roaming around up here at 7,000 feet of elevation, almost 8,000 feet of elevation. Can you believe it that Denver is actually lower than this? It's crazy. Alright. Bring the sims down just a little bit. I'll turn them back up for departure out of here. Alrighty, the cabin says they are ready. Excellent. I love that view taxiing out. That's the view right there, chat. That's the view that, like, you're looking at, and that you actually feel like, oh yeah, I am in a real airplane. Alright, let's get to taxiing again. Now you got me thinking about it, Max Racing. Is it the, no, it's the DADU? DAD? I don't know the name of it. It is a name. That's the CPDLC screen. That's what I call it. I don't know the technical name for it. It's like the CPDLC screen. Where is it? I think it's gonna be under, well, it would be under airframe, right? Yeah, DCDU. So, okay, so it's the DCDU. Something like that. It's the screen that lets you talk to ATC, and that's what it is. So I don't have Hoppy on this, but like if you did, you just go to ATC comms, and then you want data link, and then, oh, nope, you don't want that. You want a comm menu? No, you don't want comm menu. Okay. Well, I don't. It should be under ATC menu or ATC comms. You don't want AOC menu, because then, like, I mean, it would not be in there like that. But this is the menu you'd be looking at if you had the CPDLC. You go in that menu and do like departure requests, and you can do a whole bunch of other things. You can request climbs and turns and stuff like that for like weather avoidance. And it's super useful when you're like out over waters and there's no radar. Which, quote unquote, there is no radar. I think with ADS-B, there actually is radar out over there. They just don't say it. Let's go below the line. We don't have our weather radar. Excellent. So below the line, runway and FMS, we got runway 33 in the box on my screen and out the window. And that's checked. Alright, men, takeoff fuel, 12.7 is required. We got 12.6 on board. That's alright. We'll take off a little bit below that. I'm not too concerned about that. Flight attendants notified engine mode is norm, and the TCAS is TARA before takeoff checklist is complete. It's really awesome when you're like going out over waters and there's no radar except ADS-B, but there's no radio communication. You can just use that. Plus, when you have that, all those compulsory reporting ports, it will do it for you. So you don't have to call in on an HF frequency and listen to, you know, some guy on a radio room somewhere that sounds super staticky. You just keep on trucking. Alrighty. Nope, I haven't heard anyone on frequency. Aspen traffic, United 3318 is departing runway 33 on the Picken 5 Aspen traffic. So I hear no one, I see no one. Let's go ahead and take the runway. Let them know we are taking the runway. All lights are on. Do you usually get your clearance verbally? How often are you uplinking flight plan in real life? Literally every flight. Every flight's an uplink. You're never not uplinking your flight plan. Let me put it like that. Unless like the company is like having some issues with it, which happens from time to time, like something weird like will glitch in the matrix or something like that, and it'll uplink like one or two things and then won't uplink anything else, and you're like, well, looks like we're gonna have to put everything in manually. But no, usually everything uplinks. And when I say everything, I mean everything. Like, now that I'm thinking about it, I think I forgot to go back to the winds and uplink the winds, but I'm not too worried about it because a flight under less than 2 hours, we don't have to have the winds in. So that's just one of those things that's like, I mean, I could do it now, winds request. But no, when you hit that init button initially, come back to this page. When you hit this init button, everything comes in. So except your alternate. The alternate doesn't come in. So, you know, your to from company route will uplink, your flight number, cost index, altitude, and with that altitude, it will even come with the ISA deviation already inserted in there. It will uplink your performance here. It does, so this is already correct. So it uplinks the main portion. There's no SID, no star, just the main portion. So you gotta put in the SID and star. And then performance doesn't uplink, like it doesn't just send it right in because it doesn't know what runway you're gonna take off on. But this button, which if you're in the fly-by-wire, it's grayed out, but you could, this is the uplink button for that. So you hit that button, it takes you to a different page, and then you hit that button again, you can see what runways, you finger through the runways, you select Toga or Flex, and then you hit uplink. So that's how that would work. Oh, now that I'm there, I do remember seeing it says descend at 280 knots. So there we go. We'll put that in there. Alrighty, enough talking. Are we ready to go? Let's go ahead and turn up the sim volume. And let's get out of here. Flex. Thrust set. How slow we're just accelerating at this altitude. Alright, I'll be quiet. $80. Checked. Toga. V1. Rotate. Positive rate. Gear up. Look at that. Alrighty, let's turn on the autopilot. There we go. Get some more excellent wing views there. Well, you noticed I went to Toga, and that's always available to you. If I'm not thinking that I'm getting the performance I want out of the airplane, just go to Toga. Climb. Climb is set. Why are we still in heading? That's super weird. Are you going to intercept this? You should have intercepted it from the start. I do not know why we are in heading. There we go. Now we're in nav. Excellent. Whoop.
Terrain ahead.
Yes, we have cleared the peak.
Terrain ahead.
I got you.
Terrain ahead. Pull up. Terrain ahead.
I am clearly way above the terrain. Although, I must not be out climbing the terrain there. There's Aspen down in the distance. Alright, flaps up after takeoff checklist. Let's go ahead and get this flap retraction. Alrighty. Excellent flap retraction there. We're through 10. Remember, that's 17,000 for sterile, since we're so high already. We'll go ahead and let this procedure fly out like it should. Still on our climb up. John Matrix, that wing view looks real, doesn't it though? Doesn't it? Like that's the one thing that I absolutely love about the Fenix is the texturing, the modeling is so good, and then Microsoft Flight Simulator just comes in it with that photogrammetry earth. Absolute realism. Alrighty, I'll bring the sounds back down for you. Not blowing out any airs. There we go. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Like I said, the wing views on this airplane can't be beat. It's, you know, a lot of people, mostly Mostly just max racing. Um, criticized me for using the autopilot, but like almost immediately after takeoff, which in real life I don't actually use the autopilot until we're about this altitude. Yeah, until we're about this altitude. Um, but in simulator world, I just want to turn the autopilot on and like look and just be the passenger, observe, like see the world fly by. That's the one thing I absolutely love about the simulator. Cannot wait for 2024 to go. Ooh, why am I getting a traffic alert? Who this is? Buzzing around 1,500 feet above us. Let me see if I'm on. Let me switch over to common. 122.8. We are diverging now, but I didn't see you on the thing. Who are you? We are not diverging. Who are you? Why are you the only one that doesn't have a call sign? Oh, he's coming from Eagle, and he's going to Aspen. Oh, what? Wow, okay. Sorry, guy. 511 Echo Mike. And a Beach 60. Alright. Well, that is what it is. Alrighty. Finally, we have made it out of sterile. So I will go ahead and let the flight attendants know we are out of sterile. That is a long way up for us to come out of sterile. We'll go ahead, zoom on out. We already reviewed the arrival. No need to worry about that for now. John Matrix says, you may have sold a Phoenix. After watching the streams today, I think I have to buy it. If you do, you gotta buy all three, John Matrix. I'm not telling you how to spend your money. If you just want to get the 320 start off, you can start off slow. Get the 320. That's just one price. And then see how you like it. It is definitely an in-depth airplane. It is definitely an in-depth airplane. But the good thing is you can just turn all the failures off. And when you turn the failures off, you don't have to worry about any of the random failures that could happen. Do I have failures turned off? I don't know if I have failures turned on, actually. You're going to be 1013. There you go. Let's go in and see. So let's go into the McDo menu. Config, I think. Failures. Random. Yeah. Okay. Failure type all. Failure rate realistic. Trigger random. So that's how I have mine set up. So failure type all. Failure rate realistic. And I do have to say, I don't actually think this this has a high fare. I mean, the Airbus is really, really reliable. And we're not flying these Airbuses like, airlines are in the real world where these things are getting, 14, 15, 16 hours of flying in a day. So, I mean, even more, these birds are up at, uh, 4, 5, 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, and they don't go to bed until 11, 12, 1 o'clock at night. Some of these birds, they just don't stop. They go to the West Coast, turn around and do a red eye back, and keep going. So when they say the failure rate is at realistic, I could probably turn it up to high and be just fine with that. It says enter destination data. Let's go ahead and go back and start doing that. I'm going to turn these down a little bit. The sun is setting. Don't need them to be so insanely bright. Let's go over there. Let's see what the weather is like in Denver. Weather ATIS of BatSim, because the tower controller is on. They're using 16 left and right. 0305. Of course, it's a tail one. So we got 030 at 5. Weird that these ones didn't uplink there. which is how it should be. The winds don't automatically put themselves there. It leaves it blank, which is how that should be. 31 degrees in Denver. Boy, it is heating up out there. And let's see. The QNH, the altimeter is going to be 3016, 3016. I would go ahead and set that in once, 3016. Go ahead.
Traffic number phone, Uncle Michael, final, runway 15,
16, there's that. 3016. Yeah, I forgot to do that. That's gonna be 1021, Sweet Dell. Alrighty. And since I don't have anything there, we will go ahead and we'll put you at 1021. I don't care. I'll take that. Alrighty. So that is all set up. I cannot actually see where our top of descent arrow is. Because we're in the middle of that restriction. We're at the top of that. We should be... The top of descent arrow should be somewhere just ahead. I'm in cruise. We're in alt cruise. When's top of descent? There's a decel, but there's no top of descent. Oh, no, there it is. Between Big D and Telluride. Okay. So it wants to cross Big D at flight level 210, essentially. Alrighty. Cool story. Airplane. I'll probably descend it below that. We are on the other side of the mountains. Here we go. Let's see. Let me pre-tune, I guess, tower, since that's what we're going to be doing. Or that's who's online as tower 24.3. Let's see what the .ctaf says. .4.3. So yeah, I mean, we might as well just go ahead and tune that on in right now. Arrival ATIS is information India. Alright, sweeto. So we'll pre-select 24.3. Yeah, let's go that way around. Excellent, excellent, excellent. 24.3. John Matrix says, haha, yeah, I will probably end up with all of them. Hey, that's not a bad thing. It's like a Pokemon. You gotta catch them all, alright? Oh, man. Alright, alright, alright. Enough up front, enough up front. Let's see what it looks like outside. Ooh. Oh, yeah. There's just something special about the 319. I'm not gonna lie. Something special about the 319. It's just so short. That's, and the IAEs are just so amazing on this airplane. Don't get me wrong, CFMs are cool too, but IAEs are where it's at. The IAEs are where it's at. The 320, it's an awkward bird. It's somewhere in between. The 321, a 321 is the mama bear of the family, taking care of all the kids, you know. So glad I'm able to sell you on the Phoenix, even with my terrible flying there, John Matrix. Even with my terrible flying, glad I could sell the Phoenix to you. I mean, I don't think you'll be disappointed in the literal weeks, months that you'll be spending, and time alone. And when I say weeks and months, I mean the hundreds of thousands of hours that you'll be spending. And the A319 2021, flying all over the world, viewing the scenery all over the world, you know, recreating real world routes, recreating real world failures. I mean, the possibilities are literally endless. And I actually do think, earlier today, I was testing out the engine failure model. I really do think they improved the the engine failure model on this. No longer does the airplane immediately fall out of the sky when you lose an engine. If you just ever so slightly go above the desired pitch attitude for your single engine climb there. So still some testing to do with it. I'll definitely be wearing it out the closer I get to my next EQ next year. But yeah, it flies well. It simulates everything you could possibly want to simulate very well. Alrighty, so it wants to start its descent at Big D. I say no. So the bottom side of the arrival is going to be cliff at 11,000. And for the iron period, Zulu, yeah, okay. So 210 knots. So let's go ahead and tune in 11,000. And go ahead and manage that up. Seatbelt sign never came off. The wing lights are still on. That's okay because we are going downhill at this time. There's still no approach control on, which is perfectly fine. So we'll just call tower when we're ready to land. And when we do land, we've already reviewed the arrival, but when we do land, it's probably going to be like a Delta 5 turn off, and then Whiskey Bravo. Then I'll just take that straight on into the ramp, park somewhere, I don't know, here, I think. Flaps full, low auto brakes. You don't really need much. You got these runways. You got 16,000 feet worth of runway. So you really don't need much. It's a 319 with 16,000 feet of runway. Yeah, you really don't need much there. Go ahead and get the speed brakes out so we can slow up to 250 knots. There we go, and let's see. A little bit too early to do a descent checklist. Watch the speed brakes go back down. Oh yeah, look at there. And you can see the tabs on the spoilers for the speed brake extension there, that little extension for the what they call it, the high lift modification. Everything on Airbus is a mod. Airbus has so many mods. Like we were talking about the 321 the other night. The 321 has the ACTs. Down here you'd have the ACTs. That's actually a mod. You don't have to have the ACT. Or the ACTs, I should say. It's an option, and that's an aftermarket thing that they came out because when the 321 first came out, it could not reach coast to coast, and there was a certain American carrier that ordered a bunch of these 321s, and they wanted to take, 160, 170, 180, however many seats they had. I don't know how many seats they had. They wanted to take a full plane of people from coast to coast. So the engineers got together with Airbus. Let's go ahead and switch you over. Go ahead and switch you over. So that's on, that's on. These are set. There's no status messages, and our performance page looks good. Oh, I should probably put some minimums in there. So if we have more drag, please. So says you. We have an RMP of 0.3, so that's all we need there. We're going to be KDEN, runway 16 right. So that looks good there. GPS primary accuracy high. We got GPS primary accuracy high. And our minimums are going to be 55.96. So 55.96. Go ahead and toss that in there. Excellent. And we can do a descent checklist. Altimeters or 3016. Auto brake is low. Birth approach page. Set. Arrival briefing. Reviewed. Ski 3. Visual approach backed up with the ILS, or sorry, the RNAV to runway 16 right. Status checked. Descent checklist is complete. There we go. So, yeah, a certain carrier wanted to... Which side's the city going to be on? I don't even know what side the city's going to be on. I don't care. We'll go outside. Trying to find downtown. Oh, there it is. That is sweet deal. It'll be off on the right-hand side. Or the left-hand side, sorry. So, it's, that's not the left-hand side. That's the one I wanted. So a certain carrier wanted to take, a plane full of people on a 321 from coast to coast. Couldn't do it, right? Didn't have the range. So engineering team from that company and Airbus got together, and they came up with the ACT, Auxiliary Center Tank, which is exactly what it is. It's an aux tank. And it's a mod, another mod that you can get from Airbus, and that can be easily installed. And all it really is a bladder. That's all it is. You can have one bladder, you can have two bladders. They hold about 5,000 pounds of fuel each, so an additional 10,000 pounds of gas. And that gives it the range to go transcontinental. I think that's Centennial down there. There's downtown. Looking good in the evening time. The one thing about this airport, the Denver airport, is it is so. I don't know if you know, they used to have a different airport, and they closed that down to make a new, bigger, better airport. And when they did, they said, okay, we're going to need lots of land for it. So they moved it so far away from the city. It is so far away from the city. Not even funny. And even when you're taxiing around that place, it you you're taxiing for quite a while. You can be taxiing for quite a while. Okay, I'm gonna take over the speed. We'll slow it up to 210 knots, so I'm not going insanely fast there. I forgot to ding the flight attendants. And to sterile, we can do that. I'll bring the lighting up ever so slightly there. Excellent. Slow you on down. That's the great thing about the A319. You can bring the speed brakes in without having to worry about, the hook coming up, and you gotta like stow the speed brakes so that the speed can keep bleeding off. Don't have to worry about any of that. The previous phase will activate since I have control of the speed. We'll go ahead and confirm that. We're in approach mode. Go ahead and shift you back over. Why did you just dip down? We'll go ahead and arm the approach as well. We got alt final and app nav. And I'll probably go 10,000 feet right after that. The brook is coming in, 210 knots. Yeah. Go ahead and we'll end up leveling off here. I guess I could go 7,000 10,000 is the intercept on the final there. So we got final lap. There we go. Our missed approach altitude is going to be 10,000 feet. So we'll select 10,000 feet in there. Review Fenix minus 10, flaps 1, speed verified. Let's go ahead and get the replay going. Record. There we go. The replay is up and going. This time I'm going to go ahead and tune in the tower frequency. Hello tower, United 3318 is over cliff for the RNAV Zulu, runway 16 right approach.
United 3318, Denver Tower, winds 0305, runway 16 right, clear land.
16 right, clear to land for United 3318. Alrighty, there we go. We are cleared to land. We'll let her go on down to 10,000 feet. Once we're level off here at 10, I will go ahead and get her slowed up. We'll go back down to 190 knots. There we go. So, go ahead and use some spree brakes to help us slow down since it wants to stay on profile. And the other thing about this is that we're below 250 knots, so we're good all day. If we need a little extra drag, we can just drop the gear if we need to. I don't think we need it quite yet. There we go. It's coming in quite nicely. I'm going to slow it up to 170 knots just to be on the safe side. There we go.
Good evening, United 1005, requesting IFR to Missoula with information whiskey.
Ooh, someone's requesting IFR.
United 1005, Denver Tower. Just a quick question, what direction is that from Denver? Is it like northeast, northwest?
Why are you saying? I know the speed brakes are out.
Thank you very much.
They're out for a reason. Yep, we know. They've been out for quite some time. We're having a hard time slowing down. When it's hot and high like this, it becomes very difficult performance-wise to do things. There we go. Alright, let's get to the wings for our flap 2 extension. VFE next minus 10, flaps 2, speed verified. Oh, look at the flaps shake there, chat. Well, look at the flaps vibrate just ever so slightly. There we go. Rolling out on final. Absolutely beautiful this airplane does. Such a good job. It looks like we're gonna roll out ever so slightly off center from the runway. It's like it's lining up with its own runway there. I have no clue.
09er heavy, PC shipment sent to you.
Go ahead and do that. We can drop our gear.
Yeah, we got the PDC Delta 209 heavy.
You can see it doesn't bring you quite straight in with the runway. That's alright. It will bring you to the runway, just not the most straight line to the runway. VFE next minus 10, flaps 3, speed verified. And lastly, VFE next minus 10, flaps full, speed verified. Before landing checklist, let's go ahead and arm our speed brakes. There we go, our ground spoilers, there we go. Before landing checklist altimeters, we got 3016 and 6520. Engine mode is norm, landing gear is down, and the green ECAM memo. Landing no blue before landing checklist is complete. Let's go back up. Go ahead and turn the autopilot off. Bring this back on over to the left-hand side. We're stable. We must have a whipping headwind, because look at ground speed mini. Good grief, I know we're a little on a high elevation, but shouldn't be that far above the hook. Trending a little high. Gonna go ahead and... Kinda hard when you're carrying all that excess speed. There we go. I'm correcting back in. Looking good. Ooh. Now it looks like I'm low. There we go. Oh, this is a very misleading approach.
100. 50.
Idle.
30.
I'm gonna bring in the flare a little bit more. There we go. Oh, 247. We got ground spoilers deployed. Reversers are out. I'm gonna just let her roll. Let her do her thing. We have quite a ways to go. There's 80. There's 60. Alrighty, auto brakes are coming off. And I will take the next forward high speed. How's that sound? What a beautiful landing. Negative 2, what did I say? 247? Chad, I hope you caught that. That's something I recently added into there, so I can start being honest with my landings there. The auto brakes are off for manually braking. We'll take this forward high speed, the same one I wanted to take, Delta 5. There we go.
United 3318, welcome to Denver. You can see Delta 5, Whiskey Bravo, Foxtrot to parking. We'll see you.
Alrighty, Delta 5 Whiskey Bravo, Fox to Park for United 3318. Thanks for the ATC. We'll talk to you later.
We'll see you.
Alrighty, excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Always make sure you thank your traffic controllers whenever they're online. So just like we planned, we'll go ahead and take Delta 5. Let's go flaps up. There we go. We will disarm you, turn you off. I do not need flight directors anymore. Our terrain is gone. And I can turn off all my lights. Don't need all of them anymore. We'll get the APU up and going. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Denver International Airport.
Push through, push straight back, stop the first line, call for taxi.
Got my landing rate monitor up now, keeping me honest. -2, I think it was 247, which isn't bad. I'll take that. It felt like it was softer than a 247, but I'll take whatever it tells me that I got. I will not complain. So we'll continue down here, take a left on Whiskey Bravo. We'll go pretty much straight ahead into the ramp. Call it an evening. That approach, I felt like I was so low the entire time, and then as you get closer to the runway, you're like, oh, actually I'm kinda high. If I actually had the 2 white, 2 red, I probably would have gotten a better landing. I would have held it off just a little bit longer to get that butter, but I'm not mad about it. Okay, this looks like it's going uphill, so we'll go ahead and add a little bit of thrust in there. Look at that sunset. All the colors, I love it. Oh, cabin, 100%. We gotta dim the cabin. Why are the lights on back here? Come on, man. Ruining people's vision for their night flying. Man, FSLTL is not putting in a lot of traffic for me this evening, huh? Alrighty, that's alright. Straight uphill.
Denver Tower, Southwest 699, good evening. About 15 mile final, 17 right.
South 699, Denver Tower, wind 030 runway 17 right, clear to land.
17 right, clear to land, Southwest 699.
Alright, we'll just take this ramp area right on in. Straight uphill. Terrible. Alrighty. Let's see. We can go ahead and we'll turn you off. Go outside. Find a parking spot here. Probably just park in this terminal to our right. That seems like it'll be good. We'll just park right here. No issues there. The one thing I wish Asobo would do is clean everything up. You can clearly see they just like deleted whatever airplane was sitting here and was like, that's good, we're good. That's good. No need to do anything else now. We did it. We did. It almost looks like it was exactly a 319. Maybe a 320. Maybe a 320. But it kind of looks like it was a 319 based on like the size and shape of it, doesn't it? Alright. We'll call that a day. We'll set the brakes there. Excellent. We will go inside, and instead of shutting everything down, we can go straight into the replay. So let me go ahead and finish up our replay. We'll stop that there. Thank you. We can log off of the VATSIM. Thank you for your service. Really do appreciate that. Excellent. And I'll get rid of you, and let's go ahead and load up the replay. Absolutely gorgeous. I'll release the parking brake. There we go. One of those should do it. There we go. Excellent. Let's go ahead and move you along. Alrighty. Let's take it in from there. Let's see if we can get a view of downtown. Not gonna get a view of downtown, but that's okay. We can get pretty darn close. Alright, yeah. You see how I'm talking, what I'm saying, chat, when I say this airport is not close to anything? Like, way off in the distance is downtown. Way off in the distance. It'll take you about 40 minutes of nonstop highway driving just to get there. It's almost like it's in a different state. Oh, chat. Not bad. I will take that, chat. I will take that. Let's watch that again from a slightly different angle, shall we? Go ahead and play that. We'll get the other side. How about from there? Oh, look at the light. Look at the engine blocking the light. That is realism there. Oh, I love it. I love the 319. You can get that flare in so well there. That flare on the 319, I love it. Let's watch. Don't tail strike it, but it is a solid flare. Solid flare. And you don't, and that's the beauty of the 319. You don't have to worry about the tail strike. You can see we came in a little high, 1 red, 3 whites. I just brought the power out a little earlier and flared it real nice. Boom, right onto the runway. Now, if I wasn't so high, I could have held that off just a little bit longer and gotten a nice greaser out of it. Oof. Got off center line a little bit after we touched down. There's the center line at touchdown. Again, I'm landing with like 1 wing first, it looks like. Let's see, where's the view going to be? It's not going to be a real good view there. So we'll call it this view. Look at there. Got a much higher flare than the 321. Remember when we flew the 321 in San Diego? We got a much higher flare. Let's go ahead and see what the deck angle looks like. Yeah. We don't even have the arrow on there. So the deck angle is 9.5 degrees-ish. 9 degrees. Somewhere around there. So you can get a much higher flare and you still have tons of tail clearance, even with the struts completely compressed. Alrighty, so let's get this view right just here. We go ahead and turn you off, and I do not really wish to have it on follow mid. Alright, let's go backwards. Oh, beautiful. From that viewpoint, it almost looks like a racer. Not the smoothest landing. There we go. That one said 171. I don't know. I don't know if my landing rate monitor is the best landing rate monitor, but it is what it is. There we go. Let's go ahead and turn you back. Lock you back up again so you're not that far away when things are all said and done. We'll head back inside to left flight deck. Let's go backwards again. Alright. There we go. As we roll out onto the final there, let's go ahead, get that last over the nose shot. Should I go down a little bit? Oh yeah. Yeah. Let's go ahead and do that. Release the final replay there. Nice short stream, everyone. I really do appreciate you guys coming out and spending your evening one more time with me. I really do appreciate each and every one of you coming out this evening. Max Racing, thank you yet again for showing up to another amazing stream. John Matrix, really appreciate it. Love seeing you guys talking it up in the chat. John Matrix, get the 320. You're not going to regret it. I'll let this replay play out one more time. I'll probably stream tomorrow afternoon out of LaGuardia. But until I catch you the next time, make sure that you take care of yourselves and each other. Until then, my name's Grey Eagle. Peace.